Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson. I am your mystical muse, your manifestation mind, your spiritual inspiration, here to inspire, empower, and teach you how to master your energy. Welcome to Mystical Muse Minds, where we talk about topics to expand our consciousness and improve our lives. Let me grab my coffee. We have a new Jack the Pumpkin King mug, courtesy of Mama Mystical Muse. So guys, in today's video, we are going to be diving into the art of detachment, aka the subtle art of not giving a No, I'm just kidding, guys. You have to give. When we talk about detachment, guys, I like to use the term of not having expectations, not putting your worth outside of yourself is more of the way that I look at detaching. So in this video, I want to share how detachment can show up in our relationships and our goals and just life in general, because detachment isn't about not caring. Like I said, guys, it's truly about trusting yourself and trusting God, the universe, something greater than thyself. And it's about letting go of control. So guys, detachment was probably one of my biggest spiritual teachers. It kept me stuck in a toxic relationship for a very long time. It kept me stuck in a cycle of codependency. I was attached to the idea that I needed my husband to be a certain thing or a certain energy, or to provide a certain energy for me. So that's what codependency is. So I was placing expectation on him to be a certain energy that I was not providing in myself. I had to detach from that codependency to start healing, to realize that I was placing expectations outside of myself. I was trying to control the person that my husband was being, right? And control is an illusion in that situation. Control is an illusion in any situation, right? My greatest lesson was thinking that I could change somebody into the person that I needed them to be to provide an energy that I was not providing to myself. I needed to detach from that relationship, detach from that idea, because it was not going to happen, right? I was trying to control something. That is what detaching means, detaching from an outcome that wasn't going to happen, because it kept me stuck in a cycle that was never going to basically manifest the way that I wanted it to. Had blinders on, right? And the universe is like, hey, we're trying to teach you a lesson to call your energy back, to bring your self-worth back, provide the energy within yourself that you're expecting somebody else to give to you, the love, to call the love back to you, to be the love that you're trying to find in somebody else, to bring it back to yourself. I couldn't see that at the time. So emotionally, I had to detach from my husband to then call my energy back to myself, to see where I was out of alignment with love in myself, to then give myself the love that I was seeking from him, right? So then I no longer had to depend on him to provide that energy, or to want him to provide that energy, right? So detaching calls your energy back to you to give you your love back. As you can see from the example that I just showed you or told you in my own life, when we have attachments to somebody, like relationships or to jobs or to ideas even that we want to manifest or create in our world, we're basically believing that we're not whole. When we attach our identity to something outside of ourselves, when we're attaching our worth to something outside of ourselves, when we're basically saying that I'm not complete without you and you have to be this certain energy, or else I am not complete without that. Or you're attaching your identity with something. Let's say I attached my identity with my husband and we separated, and then I lose myself, right? A lot of people do that with relationships or even jobs. They identify themselves with external materialistic things, and when they fall away, they have basically an ego death, and it causes a spiritual awakening. It's saying that you are not whole without said thing in your external world, and this makes you a very controllable human being, because whenever you place power outside of yourself, it creates dependency on external outcomes. So then you're placing expectations on outcomes that essentially you have very little control of, or you can only control so much of most of the time. You obviously can control XYZ to a certain amount, but I'm talking about more so along the lines of like emotions and people and decisions, more fluidity, more spiritual, more higher realm type of things, that when we get up to the energetics, guys, the things that are less tangible, things that have more emotional ties to them, the less control we essentially have over other people, and only do we have control over ourselves. So let's be honest, guys, humans are pretty unpredictable here. 99.9% of logic points in one direction. A human can choose the other direction. The actual truth, guys, and I'm going to go more of the spiritual route on this, is you are already whole. The actual truth is when you detach, you're basically signaling to the universe that you have faith that no matter what happens, that you're going to be good with whatever outcome. That you know that if something falls away, that if something is meant for you, it will happen for you. You're basically signaling to the universe that if you're not attached to an outcome, you know that whatever happened, you're good without it. So you're not attaching yourself to some kind of a circumstance, to some kind of a situation. You don't need external circumstances to basically prove your worth. It's like this calm knowing that if it's meant for me, it will find me. And my highest timeline will always find me, because essentially you're always on your highest timeline. And this is the type of the energy that the universe responds to the most, is faith. And even anything in our external world, guys, it's that magnetism. It's when we're not focusing so hard on something, because when we want something, we're basically saying that we're not complete without it. So when either you have enough faith that you're okay being the thing, like you know it's going to happen for you, and you're okay with waiting, and waiting without anxiety, and just however which way it's going to show up, you have the faith that it's coming, right? So you don't need to attach yourself to anything. And so like you're not chasing anything either. You're just basically allowing. So it's basically saying like you're an unstoppable magnet for success, because you know no matter what happens, like you're always on your highest timeline, and you're just taking the steps forward and the breadcrumbs of the universe to get to whatever kind of manifestation or goal that you would like. You can achieve any kind of manifestation or goal very easily if you kind of are open to however which way the universe wants to serve it up to you. So let's kind of talk about more about the relationship side of it, because that's what the question was about. My DMs was detaching from this person in a relationship, and how they thought that basically the universe was destined to bring them together, and for some reason it just wasn't working out, so they were holding on to them, and it was causing a lot of pain, essentially, is what was happening. So they're attached to the idea that they're meant to be with this person, but it's just not working out, no matter how hard they try, right? So it's basically this codependency mechanism, or just attaching to the idea that you're meant to be with this person, when ultimately in the reality of the situation, it's not working out. You're holding on to this, you're gripping this idea, you're gripping onto this person, and essentially when you're holding on so tight to something, you're essentially telling the universe you don't have it. And by law of, polarity, or the law of vibration, you're going to push that person away, essentially. Whenever you're putting your worth into a relationship, into somebody else, you're signaling that you are not whole and complete on your own. You're not the love on your own without this other person. So this other person is making you feel a sense of completeness that you essentially already are within yourself, and that is why you're so drawn to them. Is this probably more so as a trauma bond or some kind of a magnetic pull, that this person feels like home to you, that they're completing a circuit or a loop of energy that feels familiar to you, that you are not providing within yourself, or that your subconscious is looking for to feel a sense of completeness, like a feeling of safeness, perhaps. Whatever XYZ so maybe that you experienced maybe in childhood. But that's up for you to decide. But essentially, you have to stop putting your worth into a relationship and start showing yourself love. This has been the greatest healer for me, is calling my energy back to me, and to stop actually putting my identity or my worth as a person into a relationship, and understanding myself, who it is that I am on my own, and what it is that I truly want out of my own life, and what do I want to create with my life, who I am by myself, and how can I love myself, right? So when you can learn how to love yourself and show yourself love, can only then the right partner show up for you, because you can only attract the partner in which you can only love yourself in, the energy in which you can only love yourself in. So essentially, that's where our partners are going to be our mirrors, right? So as much as you can see the God self in you, will be what's reflected back to you from your partner. This will be with any relationship, guys. You will never be perfect, right? So don't hold off and try to perfect yourself before entering into a relationship. It's to say that you want to have a sense of self-love, self-worth, a sense of being and values, and boundaries of what you do and don't want in your life, and understanding of what love actually is, of a choice to make every single day with somebody, a choice to hold love and see love and build one another up, and bring one another up, especially on the days where it's difficult to see. That is what love is. And you want to find somebody who understands that as well too, so then you can both consciously choose it, because it takes two people to choose it. So basically, guys, detaching is letting go of control. And that is very scary for us. It's not necessarily letting go of all control and like surrendering and waving the white flag and just saying, screw it, you know. It's, when I talk about surrendering, guys, it's not giving up. It is almost a freedom type feeling. When you surrender and you just let go, it's almost just like this big release in your body. You release the tension, essentially, is what it feels like. It's almost just like a breath of fresh air of like, okay, God's got this, I got this. It's almost like faith in yourself and in God that no matter what happens, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, stop trying to control the outcome. Stop trying to control, expectations on something, and just allow, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen, right? And you just have to trust yourself enough to be able to handle whatever is going to happen, essentially. And when you're trying to control, you're signaling to the universe, to yourself, that you're not trusting in yourself, right? And it's okay to prepare and to want to, try to, I don't want to use the word control, but to try to prepare ourselves as best as we can, because that does build confidence in ourselves, right? To be able to handle situations. But we want to be emotionally intelligent enough, and we want to build confidence to be able to handle situations, and not frantic controlling energy that we're trying to grip sand here, and you know how that goes. It just falls through your hands. So essentially, that is how we want to handle detaching, and what it should feel like in our body is basically releasing resistance and just trusting in something beyond yourself, that it's got your back, and that trusting in yourself and the confidence in yourself that you'll be able to handle it. I'm going to leave you with that ending note there, because my battery is about to die. So I hope this video helps you guys out. And honestly, just remember, just let go, let flow, and let God. Just trust that what is meant for you will always find you. And that is all you have to do. So sending you all my light and all my love. Satnam. My eyesight just getting bad. was having one of those days, guys, where it was like anything I was putting on, I was just not liking. I just like, what the hell? What the hell? You only see this much of my shirt.